So with the KC Cup Boar Fest finally over, it's time to talk about Konami's newest social media marketing campaign, the Virtual Kyber Challenge. Set over 2 days, this live event saw Twitch chat spammed with exclamation mark Duel in order for a chance to face off against one of 3 influencers handpicked by Konami themselves. The prize for winning? A chance to duel Virtual Kyber on day 2, which could then net you a shiny blue eyes white dragon worth over $1,000.
Nice.
So just who were the influencers chosen for this event? As you might have been able to guess, this didn't initially go down too well with the Duel Links community, with lots of people asking, where's
YouTube?
But clearly the intention of this 4th anniversary celebration event was to try and bring in new players, and not cater to the existing player base. So this move makes a ton of sense. Even if it meant that once the stream started, Decade decided to commentate all the duels for himself and pull 3 to 4 times the average viewership of the official Konami stream. Yikes. From the offset, it was pretty apparent of how much of a step up this stream was compared to last year's mess of an event, which if you don't remember was filled with tech issues like a gameplay, the whole works. It was just very much a last minute thing. There was very little dead air time between duels. The overall presentation of the stream was very clean and smooth. Well, that definitely wasn't interrupted by getting a big package from Konami, so we'll talk about that later in the week. And I think the only real issue was that Billy Break couldn't seem to work out how a green screen worked for the first 5 minutes of the stream, but after that, it was very much perfect. Well, except for the main event, Kaiba. See, this was Seto Kaiba's premiere debut as the internet's newest VTuber, and there was a few things wrong. Why is he so low quality? And I'm not just talking about his model.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, wow. But you know what? You're still a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Eric Stewart, who I love as Kyber, seemed to lose his professional recording equipment and instead had to make a quick trip to local Tesco's and buy a $5 webcam mic. I know that makes no sense because Tesco's is a UK thing and dollars, but you know what I mean. I can't tell what was worse though, Kyber or that one time Tyler 1 decided to try the same thing. Okay, in all seriousness, it wasn't that bad, but given he'd done promo material for the event in much higher quality, you'd have assumed better. But enough on Kyber, just how good were the influencers' dueling skills? Honestly, a mixed bag. Slushy managed to pilot Thunder Dragons relatively well for the most part, Crip made a bunch of misplays with Noble Knights, and Prosy D, well, you can't exactly mess up Desperado now, can you?
It said that guy was Legend Rank 1. Is that like the top rank in the game? How does that work, I wonder?
And clearly the experience and knowledge of Duel Links as a whole was vastly different between them, and that's fine. But even Seto Kaiba had to chime in and comment on Crip's overall performance in the event.
If you're going to take a page out of the Crip book, it turns out you really do have to believe in the heart of the cards. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Crip.
How'd that heart of the cards work out for you? Oh, right, we all saw.
Though I can't be too harsh on him, it's not his fault that by his turn came around, the challenge decided to properly pre-side to counter his deck. Yeah, Quarantine is 100% getting banned on the next ban list. Actually, let's rewind a second and take a quick look at the decks again. Slushy was on Thunder Dragons, Crip on Noble Knights, and Prosy on Despacito. Now, where have I seen that exact lineup before? However, what was mind-blowing was just how many content creators actually came out to try and fix Konami's mistake of not inviting actual Duel Links content creators to the event. Lil Karibo, Scapegoat Wajo, and even Kamel from Duel Links Entertainment all came out to take on influencers, with Scapegoat and Kamel advancing to day 2 and, well, someone was just a little too excited about their result.
Exactly, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm the king of Duel Links! I'm the best content creator! I'm the best in the world! No one's better than me! Let's go! Thank you for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links! Konami!
Day 2 was finally here, Billy broke on commentary, and Eric Stewart had seemed to work out his quality issues, though still not sounding as good as he could have been because they were using Zoom, I believe, to send over Eric's audio, so you can forgive some things. And my god, was Eric the absolute highlight of today.
Later, when you are weeping like a toddler, wondering how it all went so horribly wrong for you, I want you to remember this moment, like really remember this moment, because this is the moment when you lost to me.
As for Virtual Kyber, he was piloting a bit of a weird Blue Eyes list. Clearly wasn't just a straight copy and paste from Duel Links meta, since it was running some interesting card choices like Multiple Ancient Rules and White Stone of Legends. That's the one that searches the Blue Eyes when it's sent to the graveyard. But the poor Konami intern playing the game would soon find out he had his work cut out for him. Literally everyone tried to pre-side and win this thing, which is understandable. Match 1, he faced off against DLE's very own Kamel, who was playing Noble Knights, which had an incredibly good matchup against Blue Eyes, especially when you also consider the added tiebreakers involved to work out who would place where, if more than 3 people actually managed to win the event, which, in this case, did happen. And as expected, Kamel took home a nice 2-1 win against Virtual Kyber. In match 3, Kyber got absolutely memed on by Lunar Lights, and by the way, he's currently 0-3 in this event, just to keep that in mind. Match 4, Sneed was up with his Weather Painter deck. And somehow, despite game 1 lasting over 15 minutes, Kyber managed to pull out his first match win, and even deliver this absolute roasting to Sneed. This is incredible.
If you need to take a second to appreciate that move, go ahead and take one. You'll need it.
Definitely need a second.
But Kyber didn't stop there.
Here comes utopic onomatopoeia.
Uh-oh, onomatopoeia.
I don't know if that's valid in Scrabble.
Utopic onomatopoeia's effect activate.
And neither did Billy's back and forward. You could clearly tell he was having a good time with this one.
Chubaba Nacho Gaga Coat has made its return. Has to be the best name in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Network.
Sounds like what I made for dinner last night.
Exactly.
But it wasn't all fun and games. After seeing just a few too many Ally of Justice quarantines from our Resident Sleeper Desperado player, Billy had only one thing to say.
Sometimes people get lucky, you know, what they lack in like skill or maybe able to do, they have to make up by putting cards in their deck that can completely shut someone out of the game. And then, like, I mean, you would think that the basic duels would know how to declare direct attack, but sometimes it's not, you know, that easy for players.
Basically, floodgates are pretty fun, it seems. However, things came full circle for Virtual Kyber, as Scapegoat was the last one to join the table and brought back Kyber's worst nightmares, Noble Knights. The day started and ended with a Noble Knight defeat from Kyber, and that meant Kyber ended the event with a 3-6 match record. Not really what Konami was expecting, I don't think, from the best duelist in the world. I guess we now have to wait for the upcoming balance to see Hey Trunade, Onomatic Play, and Quarantine all be hit purely as a result of this for fun event. And of course, with that, we have our winners, and well, just take a look at some of their reactions.
Oh my god, Flower Gate. Yo, I got third! I got third! I won it! Let's go! Let's go.
Come on, let's go!
I got it!
Yes!
Let's go! Let's fucking go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ah, let's go!
Good shit, Kamal.
That's my fucking boy! Ah, let's go! Let's fucking go! Ah, let's fucking go! Ah, let's fucking go!
So a big congrats to both Kamel and Scapegoat for coming in and taking home the grand prize. Overall, I enjoyed the event. Obviously, I've tried to play up the humor here a little with this one, but it was genuinely a lot better than last year's 4th anniversary event, even despite the lack of any notable Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Duel Links content creators. But I think the biggest disappointments for me were A, Kyber was not really much of a challenge. Now, before the event, I think most people in the community kind of thought maybe Kyber would use some broken NPC cards like Pot of Greed, Chaos Max, or have a really cool skill. But no, it was just a face the same Blue Eyes deck you've been seeing on KOG and KC Cup Ladder for the past 2 weeks, and so it didn't really feel that special. That would have been really cool to see. And 2, the fact the event was only open to people in the US. I can understand why. There's probably some competition laws, etc. But for an event that was advertised on the English global Duel Links and Yu-Gi-Oh! Social media channels, it would have been nice if half of your audience wasn't alienated from actually playing in the event. You can watch it, sure, but to actually play, you couldn't. In fact, unlike last year, I don't think the event was even promoted in-game either, which certainly would have helped bring in more viewers to the stream, even on day 2 when it was versus Kyber. However, this event is a good concept, and if we can infer anything from subsequent social media posts from Set of Kaiba, it's very likely the event will return in some shape or form in the future. Konami actually interacting with the community and not just influencers in this kind of way is a great thing, but it also makes you wonder, why don't they do something similar for KC Cup events, etc.? Now, I'm not saying offer a $1,000 advance copy of the next Master Series card, but some cool exclusive Duel Links merchandise like a playmat, a sexual coin, etc. would go a long way to making the KC Cup events a bit more interesting. At least that's my thoughts on just the standard, here's some tickets, here's a little cool icon. Sure. But once again, good job Konami. Despite its flaws, it was a very enjoyable event, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do for next year's anniversary event. Or perhaps earlier with future Duel Links Invitational events, and if you want to invite me, email down below. Pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. Let me know what you thought of the event down below. See you then.